Today we'll be checking out the OpenCart marketplace request for quote plugin that basically allows the OpenCart platform-based marketplace web stores customers to send the request for quotations to the marketplace sellers there. As you can see right now, I'm at the storefront and I've not logged into my account right now. So if I tap here, you can see I'm not logged in, and I'm on one of the products here, and I can request a quote for this particular product. And when I quote this thing, the particular seller, the respective seller of that particular of this particular product would be getting a request for the quotation of this product. And I'll just show you that particular thing. And apart from that, every marketplace seller would also be able to view and manage the RFQ from their account panels, and the admin will also be able to enable or disable the approval of RFQs from the backend if it's set to manual and not automatic. In that case, all of the requests for quotations that the customers are sending from the storefront would be first managed by the admin. Then now the admin can assign it to any of the marketplace sellers there. Otherwise, it would directly go to that particular seller directly if set as automatic. Now, as a customer, let's log in and let's place an RFQ for this particular cross yellow bag that we have here. This is a demo bag. So I'm not logged in, so it says please log in to request code for this plugin for this product. So let's tap that particular button. So we'll log into our customer account, and now we'll be able to place the RFQ for this one. So now you can see we have the request code button available for the customer. So we can just tap here on the request code button, and that brings up the request code for the particular product here. And here we have different sections that needs to be set up before we request for the code for the product there. So let's go through each of these options here, and then we'll be requesting this code for that particular seller, and then we'll be checking the sellers end as well, and lastly the admins and the initial configurations thereafter. But before that, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive the latest updates from our end. And if you like this particular video, then do give it a thumbs up. And now let's set up the request code for this particular product. So here we have the product name, here we have the product description. So I'll just set it as test product, and that's just a test there. So now I'll be setting up the quantity, the RFQ quantity. So it also depends upon the a basic quantity set from the limit set from the admin from the backend for the RFQs. The quantity that should be there while a customer tries to RFQ a particular product. So the basic quantity number that the admin would have set, the customer needs to make use of those. So we can't go for one if it's set as two for this particular thing. So we'll just go for the three quantity. We'll be choosing the expected per price per quantity. So let's set it as 1 2 3 for the test. Whether the samples are required, we'll choose at yes. We can also add some sample images from our end if you want any changes within that particular product. And thereafter we'll also be able to set up the code information, and that would require the code title, its brief description. Then we have to set up the contact info for ourselves, and lastly we can tap here in the request for code button. I'll just say it does need some initial T products. We can set up the code brief, the details regarding the code that we're going to set up. So I'll just enter it as just like that. Then we have the contact information for ourselves. We'll choose our company address, contact number, and lastly we just tap here on the request for code button. You can see that the quotation has been added successfully, and it has been added to my request code for the customer here. So here we have the my requested code section, so the customer can log in and can go to that section here to check all of the requested codes. So here's the cross yellow back, not yet answered. The coded quantity is 2, the code status right now is not yet answered, and requested on, along with the option to view the particular quote as well. So right now we can see that there's no details here for the supplier responses. So as soon as the supplier responses and opens it up, the what we say, the code status would also be changed. So if a reply is made, it would be in open state, and it can also be made resolved as well. So this was the customer front of submitting RFQ for a product. Now let's go to the seller's end. So for that, I'll just log out of the customer account, and we'll be logging into the uh, seller account. But before that, for example, if the customer wants to request for quote a product that is not there available within the marketplace itself, then he can go from the home page. Here he has the option to request for quote for that particular product. So by tapping the request for quote, this brings up the section to log into the customer account again. And again, you can go to the request for quote at the top, and from here you can create the request for quote for the products that are there not available within any of the categories there. You can enter the description name, their images. You can add basically add products as well. From there you can set up the quote information for those products as well. So for this particular thing, how you can do it for a product that's now there within the store itself, you can check the user guide for that, and I'll be showing you the rest of the things there. So now let's log out of the customer account, and I'll be logging into my seller account, and then we'll be checking the same RFQ sent out by this particular customer that we are logged into the Shane Smith account. So he can go navigate to his account dashboard, and here he has the marketplace quotations. So he has the all requested quotes and all quoted products. So let's go to the all requested quotes, and here you can see the request for quotes that have been assigned to him right now are visible automatically or manually. Only two are visible there. Now let me take you to the admin backend panel. So because the manual setting for this auto approval of the customer RFQ is set to manual, so that's why it's not visible here. Now for that, I'll just take you to the admin backend panel, and let's log into that. So I've logged into the admin backend panel. So after the successful installation of the marketplace RFQ, the admin can find the marketplace RFQ site menu option here on the site panel, and under that he has the RFQ configurations that we'll lastly go through. Then he has the manage the requested code. So here, if it's that configuration set to manual, then the admin first needs to approve those one, then or to assign them to the particular sellers there. So let's see that. Let me open the manage requested quotes section. So here we have the cross yellow back not yet answered quoted quantity. They can see that. Let's view this particular requested quote. So here we have the details of the quote, and here you can see the product in quote is assigned to the seller Shane Smith. The name of the seller is also visible to the admin here, so he can assign it back to Shane Smith or to another seller as well. Apart from that, the admin can also check the details here by tapping here the show info. So here we have the test product access and required samples. These were details, and here's the quote title there that we sent, and here was the demo text that we had entered for this particular quote. So here we have the quantity 2, expected price 123, and the expected total for the quantity there. And apart from that, from here the admin can assign this quote to the seller. For example, if you want to give it to Shane Smith itself, we can choose Shane Smith and tap here on the assign to seller button. So it has successfully the quote is assigned to Shane Smith. Now you can see that. So that was how the admin can do that there. And now here's the Shane Smith, basically the seller account, and here he had only 2 products. Now we'll have that product as well. So I'll just refresh this page, and now you can see the code 19 is available here for the seller of the marketplace Shane Smith. And here we have the cross yellow back product name, quantity, the price quoted by the customer, posted by the customer name, his location address. From here the seller can message or send a code to the particular customer. To send a code, just tap here on the send code button, and he brings up the send code request section. sending code request to Rebecca, the customer there. This is the thing that she had posted. We can check the rest of the details as well, any need there. And from here now this thing that we're talking about, send code request, let me go back to that particular code 19 that we have. Now from here, if this product is there with the seller itself, so he can basically message and open this code. Otherwise, if this product is not available within the marketplace, in that case, the seller can basically send the code to the particular customer that if you're requesting for this particular product, the price would be this and the other things there. All right. Otherwise, we can just tap here on the message button directly. Check this code for the product that I've already am having and selling out. So I'll just tap here on the message. Okay. Let's okay. Uh, let's see. I'll just tap send message thereafter. So now this code would be removed from here, and email would also be sent out to the customer notifying the same. So now we only have the 7 and 8 codes there under my marketplace quotation, all requested codes. Now the other thing about that particular code, let's go to my with marketplace codes, all quoted products. So this was this. Now let's go to the customer and let's see the details of the particular RFQ that the customer has set up. So let me log out and let's log into the customer account. So I've just logged into my customer account and I'll navigate to my requested codes. So cross yellow back. Now you can see the code status has changed to open. I can tap here on the view to view this particular code. And here's the supplier responses for the same. Right now under open we have the supplier name Shane Smith. He hasn't quoted any quantity, quoted any price, and the last activity was this. So we can respond to the seller once again. So we can just tap here, because I didn't enter any details there by sending the code there, we had to do that in the regular way for as well, apart from the product that's not there in the marketplace. So here we have, let's as a customer, let me send some so the code thread can be seen. Okay, let's see from the seller there. So let me do one thing. I can basically reject this request as well as a customer. I can also message back to this particular seller. I'll say okay. uh, I'll just go ahead and I'll say okay, and send your code. All right, okay, let's say send code, and I'll tap here on the send message. Now the message has been sent out. The mail would also be sent out to that particular seller. So okay, send code. That was the customer end for that particular code request 19 for the cross yellow bag. And now let me log out from the customer account and let's log into the seller account once again. So with that I'll just make a change and log in. Shane Smith, marketplace quotations. And now after the all requested codes from where the seller has started the request, now let's go to the all quoted products. So at that time I sent only the message. You could have requested the sent the codes there. So now we have the under open we have cross yellow bag, Rebecca. We can view it. So from here this is the customer quoted thing. You can see the info. Okay, send the code, says the customer. I can message him back. I can add a new code if I want. I can approve the last code, or I can reject the request as well. So let me approve the last code that the customer had sent in for 123. So we have successfully approved this code. Okay, and now let's log into the customer end once again. And let's navigate to my requested code, and here we have the cross yellow back resolved. Let's check this thing. So if I go under resolved, now I can see that has been resolved basically. And if I want, I can tap here on the respond button, and I can basically message back to say thank you. And from here now, the customer can, after the approval, add this particular quoted thing into the cart for the requested price, and can then make a checkout thereafter as per his own requirement there. So let's just proceed further, and let's place the order there and continue. Okay, continue, and I'll just tap here on the so continue button. Now, coming to the admin panel, the admin can do the RFE configurations, can check all the requested codes, can manage requested codes. We already went through that. Let's go to the all requested codes and the RFQ configurations. Let's go to all requested codes. Here, the admin can find all of the requested codes of the marketplace itself, along with their details. Can view any of them, and can check the result. If it's a result, he can check that, he can respond to that as well if required. And here you can see that we can, as we have done here, if we finalize it, we can also message as an admin to this particular RFQ thing that had happened. Now, coming to the other thing, that's the configurations for the marketplace RFQ. Here we have the general, mail, and the keywords. Keywords can be used for the quote ID and the seller ID, that can be used within the mails there. And we have the mails whenever the admin will assign a code to a seller. Mail when the customer messages on the code. Same goes for the when mail is sent out for when the customer requests for the code. When customer approved the code, when the customer rejects the code, mail when the seller messages on the code, and similarly rest of them as well. Under the general, you can enable or disable this particular functionality. You can set up the title that is visible at the storefront. You can set up the minimum quantity for the quotation, as we were talking about. So we had set it as 2. If you set it as 5, then minimum 5 should be purchased by the customer for the RFQ to be set. Then we have the auto approve request for quote. We have disabled it. That's why we had to come back and we had to go to the manage requested code section, and from there we had to manage the code that was sent out there by assigning to the respective seller. Otherwise, it would have been automatically assigned. Let me come back to the RFQ configurations. And lastly, we have the sort order for this particular marketplace request for quote button there. So that was much about the plugin itself, and I hope it helped you out in understanding the flow of this particular plugin. If you like this particular video, then do give it a thumbs up, and apart from that, do check our social links as well, and just drop us a hello for your requirements there. And you can anytime get back to us at support@webkul.com, or you may raise our ticket at webkul.uides.com. Thanks for watching this particular video, and have a great day ahead.